Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the ivy-covered halls of Wrigley Field in beautiful Chicago, where today we're going to see Cincinnati play Chicago. The weather today is frigid and foggy with 60% humidity. The wind is blowing in from right to left at about 5 miles per hour. You know, fans of only these ivy-covered walls can talk. Man, there's enough baseball tradition in this ballpark to fill 100 history books. Chicago trails Boston by 1 game. This is Mel Allen, and I'm here to bring you all the exciting action. Leading off the inning, the left fielder, hitting .294. The payoff pitch. Strike 3. The first out of the inning. That's the first strikeout he's recorded today. Coming up next is Tommy Griffith, hitting .270. He comes to the plate. There's a drive, and it's up the left field alley. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall. The throw to second base, and he drops it. That's a base hit for Griffith. Coming up to bat, Tiny Grove, batting .304. Here comes the pitch. For ball 4. Up next, Ed Rush, hitting .341. A looping drive down the right field line. He's out at second. One run scores, and it's 1-0. Now batting Ivy Wingo, hitting .266. For ball 4. Next batter, Hal Chase, batting .277. The runner goes. The throw to second base. Batting 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. Middle of the first inning, Chicago trails Cincinnati by 1. Leading off the inning, the shortstop, hitting .277. A looping drive to left field, caught by 1 down. Now that brings up Max Flack, batting .248. There's a high pop-up to third. And he makes the catch. And now 2 outs. Now that brings up Fred Merkle, batting .266. There's a shallow fly ball to left field. Caught back, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. After 1, and it's 1-0. Leading off, Hal Chase, batting .277. A high chopper right back to the pitcher, and the throw to first. Batting 1 out now. That brings up the shortstop, hitting .255. The slow ground ball hit out to third. Batting, and now 2 outs. Now coming up, the second baseman, batting .210. Grounded up the middle for a base hit. It's a bouncer right through the infield. The throw to second base. Base hit for the second baseman. Now coming up, Mike Regan, batting .200. Called strike three. That ends the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. That's 1.5 innings gone. Cincinnati 1, Chicago 0. Leading off the second baseman, hitting .254. Here comes the pitch. Grounded up. And the throw to first. Got him. One down. Coming up the bat, Les Mann, batting .273.
Hey, MV, how are you?
Here comes the pitch. A line drive to right field. That's a base hit to Mann. Now batting Cy Williams, hitting .241.
Good to see you, MV. Good afternoon to you.
He comes to the stretch. A line drive to left field, and he makes the catch. Out number 2. The throw to second base. Up next, the catch.
Oh, I understand.
51.
I completely understand.
A liner with the shortstop. Look out now. Hey, that throw sailed high and wide. And it's going to be an error on the shortstop. The throw to second base. Hey, he's safe. That brings up the third baseman, hitting .254.
I'll probably do a Shanks game later on this afternoon, like late afternoon, so.
A liner to left field. That's a base hit driving in a run.
Yes, it is.
Score, 1 off.
It is definitely an excellent game.
Hitting .256.
It definitely is.
A high chopper right back to the pitcher, and he's out at second. That ends the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. Heading to the third with the score 1 off. And now starting off the inning is the left fielder. He's nothing for 1 with a strikeout. A high fly ball going out to right field. Caught by Black. 1 out now. Up next, Tommy Griffith. He's 1 for 1 with 1 run scored and with a single. He comes to the plate. A hot ground to second and the throw to first. Got him, and now 2 outs. Now batting Tiny Rowe, batting .304. Chopper to third, and the throw to first. Got him, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. In the middle of the third, with the score 1 off. Leading off the shortstop. He's nothing for 1 in this game. Grounded up. Look out now. Hey, that throw sailed high and wide. And it's going to be an error on the shortstop.
Yeah, I just realized I left my computer speakers on, so I might have to start this game over. So just hang on a second, guys. So yeah, I got to switch up. I forgot with this game, it freezes my mouse out. So 1 sec. right, let's give it another go here, huh? That should be better now. And welcome in, Michael. And World's Worst Gamer. All right, thanks, World's Worst Gamer. Appreciate you, buddy. Well, you know, I would love to see a remake, update of this game. I mean, I know we have Out of the Park Baseball and, you know, a plethora of other baseball sims, but with a little bit of fixing, this gem would be amazing. It really, really would. It really, really, really would. I want to check something here with the New York Giants. Yep, okay, got it set. All right. Let's see. We're not going to do Chicago, Cincinnati, so let's take that off. Oops. Other team. There we go. All right. And let's pick a game to play, man. Pittsburgh at New York Giants. Nah. We're not going to do that one either. We're going to just stay with the White Sox for now. So hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, we had a marathon game last night, starting a pitch-by-pitch series. So that was fun. It went 14 innings, but in modern baseball, wow, you would have been shocked. 82 Brewers and 78 Red Sox, and it was a heck of a game. All right, here we go. Watch team, yeah, this one. All right. And again, just letting the computer do everything. Let's go.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to historic Fenway Park in beautiful Boston, where tonight we'll see Chicago play Boston. The weather tonight is cold, with a humidity reading of 50%. The wind is blowing in at about 10 miles per hour. Even during batting practice here before the game, you could see the hitters trying to knock doubles off that famous high wall in shallow left field. This is Mel Allen, and I'm here to bring you all the exciting action. Leading off the inning, Eddie Collins, hitting .289. A high chopper fielded by Scott, and the throw to first. He beats it out. Base hit for Collins. Now that brings up Nemo Lebo, batting .236. There's a throw over to first, and he beats it out. A bunt. And the throw to first. Got him. Coming up to bat, Happy Felch, hitting .308. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball to right field. And
Bernie.
Makes the catch. Out number 2.
Good
He's
morning.
Up the ball and throws to third.
Good early morning to you.
Now coming up, Joe Jackson, batting 3-1. Here comes the pitch. There's a high pop-up to second. And he makes the catch. And that's the third out of the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. Middle of the first inning, no score. Leading off the inning, Jack Barry, hitting .214.
There you go. How about it, Bernie?
Grounded up, and the throw to first. Got it. Next batter, Harry Hooper, hitting .256. Here comes the pitch. Grounded up the middle for a base hit, and he drops it. It's a bouncer right through the infield. Now batting, Duffy Lewis, hitting .302.
Yeah, it's a lot of good memories, Bernie, and it's really a pretty good
Fly
product.
ball to center field. Caught by Felch, and now 2 outs.
And really
Ball to
ahead.
second base.
So Tilly Walker up to bat. So yeah, I mean, this game was really, really ahead of its time. And while it does have some flaws, I mean, you know, first game was some really, really graphics of this quality for 1995, the animation. But I like the time machine feature is amazing. You got 110 seasons to play with, but you can draft pretty much anything you want. I mean, this is so much like the, again, the great granddaddy, I've said before, of out-of-the-park baseball, MLB The Show, and to an extent, baseball for Windows. So yeah, I do really like it. I mean, you know, would I play it out as a, you know, completely hardcore baseball sim? Nah, but there's still something about this game that I absolutely love, and I think still holds up pretty well, which is why I would love to see a remake of it. But EA bought out Stormfront Studios, and as with so many things that EA has bought, like Maxis Software, which was a great company, this one just got bought up and shut down. So, and I don't think Clay Dreslov, who was one of the developers of this game, probably has any interest in redeveloping, and don't know whatever happened to other developers such as Don Dayglow and what have you. So this is it, but it's a nice, definitely a pivotal baseball game in the history of baseball sims, digital baseball sims.
The runner goes. The throw to second base. Got him. No runs, no hits, one error, and nobody left on. After one, no score. Leading off, Buck Weaver, batting .284. There's a high pop-up to the shortstop. Caught by Scott. That's one down. Now batting, Chick Gandil, hitting .273. It's off the wall. Got him. Out number 2. That brings up Ray Shaw, hitting .226. There's a slow ground ball hit out right down the third baseline. Got him. No runs, one hit, no errors, and nobody left on. And now in the middle of the second inning, Chicago 0, Boston 0. Leading off, the center fielder, batting .246. A line drive down the left field line. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall. The throw to second base.
I agree with you.
Walker. Now
I agree with you,
up,
Bernie.
The shortstop hitting 241.
It's tough. And this is a very niche market, too.
The runner goes. The throw to second base. Got him.
I mean, games like Baldur's Gate 3 are making a lot of money, but...
Grounded. And the throw to first. Got him. That's 2 away. Now batting Larry Gardner. Hitting 265.
But, you know, I mean, that's going to appeal to a much wider market than
Here
this.
comes the pitch.
Or any sports sim game.
Fly ball to left field. He one-hands it for the putout. That ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. And after 2, Chicago 0. Boston 0.
Good morning, Big Clue.
And now starting off the inning is the shortstop, batting 203. Strike 3. He struck him out. 1 down. Next batter, Reb Russell, hitting 279.
I'm going to switch this to the simulated stats now. There we go. All right.
Look at that one. It's going right to the wall. The throw to second base. He dives in safely. And he eases into second base with a 2-bagger. Now that brings up Eddie Collins. He's 1 for 1 with a single.
Yeah, absolutely, Bernard.
Grounded to third. And he drops it. It's a bouncer right through the infield. He's safe at third. Now batting Nemo Lebo, batting 143.
You know, just to your comment, Bernard, I have a mega huge Steam library. I also have a lot of games on GOG and Epic and all those things. And, you know, I could completely switch this over to a general gaming channel and, you know, really, really build it quickly and things like that. But I just want to do those games occasionally. This is more about, again, for community, but you're right. So all the people right now that are streaming things like Baldur's Gate 3, Age of Wonders 4, which I am going to be doing on this channel, Age of Wonders 4, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Diablo 4, whatever. Yeah, Civilization 6, Gal Civ 4, Supernova, which is a brilliant game, Stellaris. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I mean, we're in such a niche community as it is. And, you know, let's face it, you're not going to see the bells and whistles and obvious stories played out that you're going to in a lot of those other games. Or the people that play, like, the first-person shooter arena type stuff, like, you know, Fortnite and things like that. Yeah. Their channels get crazy, crazy views and stuff like that. But I'm happy hanging with you guys. There's only 5 of you watching. 6 of us together here as a community, and we're having fun. So, I'm good with it. As I know other content creators are too.
The runner goes. A stolen base for Collins. The payoff pitch. For ball 4.
Let me check that, Bernie.
Now that brings up Happy Felch. He's 0 for 1 thus far tonight.
Let me see if I can, I think, actually, no, there is. There's 16 ballparks.
That's 2 away. And the throw to first. It's a double play. That's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. In the middle of the 3rd, it's 0-0. And now starting off the inning is Dick Hoblitzer.
Big Clue saying this is more fun than a paper cut on his bum. I hope so. So this game, of course, every season from 1871 to 1981, there's also an extra universes disc, which I'm not going to worry about installing. So if you wanted to do season replays in this, you're really good up to about maybe 1968-69 in terms of ballparks. So if I were to do 1979, the Pirates are still going to be playing in Forbes Field, or even 71 for that matter, or 75. The Reds are still going to be in Crosley. So it really is good for old-time baseball. Now, if I mounted up the CD with not only the extra seasons, but I also am going to be showing pretty soon here Tony La Russa 3 and Tony La Russa 3, the 1996 edition. You were able to actually import the ballparks from those games into this game, or vice versa. So I knew how to do that when these were CD based, but since these are running through DOSBox and all that kind of stuff, I need to figure out how to get these games to recognize the virtual CD-ROM drives. Then it opens up a lot more possibilities, but it begs the question, what's the point? Because we have games like Out of the Park Baseball with good animation and Baseball for Windows, all the other stuff, right? Action PC. So just live and let live, I guess.
Grounded up the middle for a base hit. It's a bouncer right through the infield. That's a base hit for Hoblitzer. Now batting the catcher, batting 143.
So I remember when I first bought this game, when it came out, and it was really, really cool. It came with this awesome box, great manual. And one thing I forgot to mention about this when I introduced the game a few weeks ago is if you remember back in the day, right, PC games came in nice boxes and all that kind of stuff. This one, when you opened it up, there's a little music box built into it, kind of a little digitized thing, but it played Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It was just such a nice little touch. And damn Electronic Arts for buying up. This was a good little franchise, the Tony La Russa franchise, which this is all based on. And I'm just glad it's still available. You can get it on oldgames.com for $7.95, and for a whole day you can download a bunch of stuff, or $11.95 for a month, and I found some gems on there. So it's worth it. Found a lot of baseball games on there.
The runner goes. There's a high pop-up to the shortstop. And he makes the catch. The first out of the inning. That brings up Bernie Shore.
Big Clue doing some Paul McCartney.
A bunt right back to the pitcher. And the throw to first. Got him. Coming up to bat, Jack Barry. He's 0-for-1 tonight.
Oh, it would be. I mean, Out of the Park's really done it. The only thing it's missing is the narration.
For ball 4.
I mean, Out of the Park's ballparks are beautiful. The ones that come with
now
the game.
Batting, Harry Hooper. He's 0-for-1 thus far tonight.
And Michael Silva has done a brilliant job. So Out of the Park is getting there.
A slow ground ball hit out to first. He takes it to the bag himself. That's the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. At the end of 3, it's 0-0. And now starting off the inning is Joe Jackson. He's 0-for-1 so far tonight.
But isn't that... It's kind of a testimonial to really how excellent this game is. So, we're kind of talking about this game in terms of how it could be reproduced now with better graphics and everything like that. So here we are looking at a game from 1995 and then comparing it to the one that has the most visibility and which is superb. Out of the Park Baseball 24 in this case. And I think that speaks well of this game. This does so many things that Out of the Park does, and I think that that Stormfront Studios were really, really visionary in creating this project. Again, this was originally sold as right. These were expansion discs that you could buy for Tony La Russa Baseball 3, and then they made it its own product. Tony La Russa Baseball 3, in other words, it's a straight up baseball sim of like that season, and yeah, you could draft and everything like that, but there was no time machine in it, anything like that. And surprisingly, this one is easier to work with at the player level than Out of the Park Baseball. And you guys know that's been my biggest sort of complaint about Out of the Park, is at the player level, doing drafts and stuff like that, or wanting to create your own teams, that mass text import is just an absolute royal pain in the ass. And with this is like Action PC. Just select players, put them in there, like baseball Windows, select them, put them in there. And I think Marcus and company, while creating a great baseball game in Out of the Park, they just kind of missed the boat on working at the player level. Team level, it's fantastic, but at the player level, it leaves a lot to be desired. Look at the Out of the Park forums and how many people have asked, well, I want to be able to, actually manually create teams. And it's not easy to do. You guys see Steve do it, all of us do it on Action PC Baseball, and it's an absolute breeze. As it is in this game, but in Out of the Park, oh my God, it's a teeth-gnashing experience.
Fly ball to left field, and he makes the catch. 1 out now. Coming up to bat, Buck Weaver. He's 0 for 1 thus far tonight.
So a good comment by World's Worst Gamer. He said, what are better graphics? People like Pixel Art graphics with so many games now. Oh yeah, I mean Blasphemous and Children of Morta. I mean, there's some great pixel art games out there. And while I agree with you, World's Worst Gamer, let's face it, here we are in our hobby, whether we're doing cards and dice or we're doing digital baseball sims as opposed to arcade games. Again, you would be hard pressed except to get somebody either for the nostalgia thing or a 20-something saying, wow, this looks really cool. I can play 110 seasons worth of baseball and things like that. And they're going to look at the graphics and say, screw this, I'm going back to MLB The Show. Or I'm just going to play Super Mega Baseball, anything in that series. So, while I agree wholeheartedly, you almost would have to be doing this huge database like this one has, but with MLB The Show graphics. And I don't know that there's a company, back to Bernie's point, how we get maybe 100, 150 views, whereas somebody that's doing Baldur's Gate is getting thousands of views or tens of thousands of views with the way that game is selling to great critical acclaim and commercial success thus far. You would almost have to want to do this as a labor of love with a ton of money. But big clue, yes, you are right. You could. This could be a remake of this game, and fantastic. But who has the money to do it? Do you think Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos would be interested? Geddy Lee, who has tons of money and who is a baseball fanatic, be interesting to approach him and say, what do you think, Geddy? Do you think we could remake this game? Geddy would have to say, yeah, I realize I'm not going to make any money on it, but I love baseball.
Chopper picked up by Scott, and the throw to first. Got him, and now 2 outs. Now batting Chick Gandil. He's 1 for 1 with the single.
I'll tell you what, legends, welcome in. The thing is, you talk about having unlimited time. Create a mega database for the show. And here's the thing, man. Sony has the wherewithal to do it. And in fact, with AI technology, even you you would even have to do faces. I should do a stream tonight just on what you can do with AI stuff in terms of graphics. It's not what I use, but I'll show you guys a couple of things that are out there. And Sony could do it. I don't think Sony's interested. I mean, look at Legends. Look what you and you know, other superb modders in MLB The Show, right? Sony, and it's not just MLB The Show. Sony's not a mod-friendly company. They're not. So, you know, for the most part, if I'm playing a game that I know that has lots of mods or easy modding capabilities, and it's available both on PC and PlayStation, I'm going to get it on PC. All I have to do is point to Skyrim. Big clue. Here's some interesting news. So Curt Schilling, indeed, that excellent game, Amalur, The Reckoning. So there is talk of reviving that and actually making a sequel to it. It was a financial foobar that screwed up that game, because it's an excellent game. And yeah, Kurt really kind of lost his shirt on that. But you should play Kingdoms of Amalur, guys, if you haven't. If you like RPGs, combat's fluid, the graphics are nice, holds up very, very well. And there's a company looking into doing a sequel to it, so we'll see. But Legends, that would be amazing. Well, that one, and also with the whole thing with the state of Rhode Island on that one, there's a lot to that story. And the thing is Schilling and company, they did produce a very good game, and Kingdoms of Amalur is massive, massive game that has so much going for it. So I do hope that there will be a remake. They've already done a remaster of it, which I don't really suggest buying. It doesn't really look much better than the original. But the fact that there's growing interest in it in the game bodes well. But, you know, back to Legends' comment in MLB The Show, I would love to see a way for Sony, San Diego Studios, which is actually the developer of MLB The Show, take these databases that are out there and just put them in. At least if the ratings were done, or however that would be, oh my God, what a boon would it be to the baseball community. But Legend says, fact is, and we could deny this all we want, but older fans on the whole thumb their nose at console stuff to an almost snobbish degree. That's why Sony dabbles in history. It won't go all the way in. No, I don't deny that at all, Legends. I think you're spot on, actually. Yeah, it's running on Windows 10, Josh. But it's and so if you go download this game on oldgames.com, it already has DOSBox configured, and looking at this game, and of course back in 1995, high resolution was what, 640 by 480, and they were able to scale this up nicely. You do have these black borders on each side, but yeah, this is Windows 10, Josh, and welcome in, and it'll run on Windows 11, whatever. Yeah.
A line drive to left field. He makes the play. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. 3.5 down, no score. Leading off the inning, Duffy Lewis. He's 0-for-1 tonight.
So here we go. It was, but here's the thing, Big Clue. With games like Age of Wonders 4 and Stellaris and these grand strategy games and 4X games now coming to consoles, I think there's at least a recognition. I'm not sure about Nintendo so much, but at least in the part of Xbox, which Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, the largest game ever made, really, if we're talking about real world, you can play that. You have it on Xbox. I have it on PC. But I think there's a recognition that the right? The teens, whatever that grew up with consoles, or the people that played in it, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, whatever, still love console gaming, but they're not playing the Twitch games the way they were. So I think that the future looks bright, and good cross-pollination between PC and consoles. It's getting older gamers to realize that, hey, you can play console games now that don't require the reflexes that you had when you were 13, right? I agree, Legends. You can definitely make them as accurate, the console games. Look what you're doing with your Legends League. Oh, my God.
A high fly ball going out to right field. Caught by Lebo. One out now. Up next, the center fielder. He's 1 for 1 with the single.
Again, agree.
There's a high pop-up to third. Caught by Weaver. And now 2 outs. Next batter, the shortstop. He's nothing for 1 thus far tonight.
So, Legends, let me give you this too, my friend. What Steve Tate does is amazing. All right, let's not, right? It is. But here's the advantage, or what, say other creators, let's say for Action PC, for Out of the Park Baseball, but they already have that engine is right there, and so it's for Steve, it's getting that research, doing not only tweaking but heavy work. But your work is heavier still, because MLB The Show wasn't originally meant to be a management sim. The franchise mode adding in all this great stuff, and so guys like you and others, I mean, I know your work best, obviously. The work you're doing, I think, is even more requires like a dedication level that's crazy. And with you and Steve talking about now collaborating on something, oh my God, you guys will change the complexion of MLB The Show to ways that I don't think San Diego Studios or Sony ever anticipated. You've got to go in, sliders, this, that, set up these, your criteria, and using the criteria from a bunch of different excellent sources, and it blows my mind what you're doing. But if San Diego Studios had the database already in there, God, but I wonder if that wouldn't just require a rewrite of the game engine, and I don't see that's happening. But watching the way you play it, and watching these players, they play really, really well, and even accurately. And again, it's a what-if league, a what-if sort of league. But we've been watching you all season, and that World Series proves how good your work is.
He comes to the plate. Called strike 3. That ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. After 4 complete, no score. And now starting off the inning is Ray Shaw. He's nothing for 1 tonight.
Legends, had you taken that offer, that baseball game we might not, oh my God. I had a chance to work for LucasArts and didn't go to California, so I shouldn't really complain to you.
Rounded up the middle for a base hit. Got him. That's 1 down.
I'm regretting that now.
The shortstop. He's nothing for 1 with a strikeout. A line drive to center field. Caught by Walker. 2 down. The throw to second base. Coming up to bat, Reb Russell. He's 1 for 1 with a double. A hot grounder. And the throw to first. He beats it out. That's a base hit for Russell. Now that brings up Eddie Collins. He's 1 for 2 with a single and with a stolen base.
So, Big Clue, yes, LucasArts. I had a chance to work there, but bite me for the alien comment. But yeah, they did. And, at that time, same old story, same old song and dance. Had an absolutely beautiful, beautiful girlfriend. I was doing magic and music full time. And I'm like, well, she didn't want to leave, go to the West Coast. And boy, do I regret that decision. Yikes. Would have been amazing to work for that company. Or now, Weta from New Zealand, who's probably rivaling LucasArts now. But yeah, I that's a big regret. Big, big regret.
He comes to the stretch. Here comes the pitch. A liner to the shortstop. A single for Collins. Coming up to bat, Nemo Lebo. Hitting 143.
Man, I played the hell out of high heat baseball, Legends. I wish you would have done it. Jeez.
A high fly ball going out to left field. He one-hands it for the putout. That'll do it for the visitors in the fifth. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left stranded. In the middle of the fifth, Chicago 0, Boston 0. And now starting off the inning is Larry Gardner. He's 0-for-1 thus far tonight.
You mean like the wrong jersey glitch, the wrong uniform glitch? Ah, jeez.
Strike 3. That's 1 down.
I hear you,
That
Big
brings
Clue.
up Dick Hoblitzer. He's 1-for-1 with the single. He comes to the plate. Grounded. And the throw to first. Got him. Coming up next is the catcher. He's 0-for-1 so far tonight.
So, Legends, you've mentioned a few times on your broadcasts, about those little things. And it seems to be your hypothesis that San Diego Studios, Sony, right, kind of sitting on those things when there's nothing sort of huge they can do. I hope that hypothesis bears some fruit, because it is sort of mystifying to me that you don't have defensive ratings for players at each position. That was something that, thanks to Clinton Parks, who came at Mark kind of hardcore, and myself kind of going a little bit kind of good cop, bad cop, go way, way back to version 6, I believe it was, of, at least that was the first version I played Digital Diamond Baseball. Everybody on defense was rated the same, and I'd written to Mark, and I said, you have a great game here, but how come Roberto Clemente has the same arm as just an average outfielder? That doesn't seem to make sense. And at that time, Mark Cohen's response to me is, well, the defensive ratings really don't play a huge part. And I'm like, what? But anyhow, just in passing, I'd mentioned that to Clinton, and this was by around version 7, I think. And that was it. Clinton went boom. And for a while had a huge falling out with Mark. I guess they're okay now. But thanks to Clinton going tough, any of you guys that play Digital Diamond Baseball, thank Clinton Parks for those defensive ratings. He pushed hard to get that. This game has defensive ratings for everybody.
There's a high pop-up near the third base dugout. Foul.
Yeah, how doesn't it get caught?
A line drive to left field. Look at that one. It's going right to the wall. Base hit for the catcher. Now coming up, Bernie Shore. Strike 3. He struck him out. That'll do it for the home team in the fifth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. At the top of the 6th inning, no score.
Jeez, close
And
one
now
here.
starting off the inning is Happy Felch. He's 0-for-2 thus far tonight. Here comes the pitch. A hot grounder. And the throw to first. He beats it out.
I'll tell you what, lots of credit to Clinton. He may get abrasive, but he got it done.
Base hit to Felch. Now that brings up Joe Jackson. He's nothing for two tonight.
And he's a good guy. He's a good guy, though. He's the curmudgeon of the group, you know?
A hot grounder to second. That dribbler goes through the right side for a base hit. Base hit for Jackson. Now batting Buck Weaver. He's nothing for two so far tonight.
So I'm sorry to keep pausing this, but, you know, I like to engage with you guys more than the game, and I know that most of you are working and want to hear the game. So, but here's the wonderful thing about this YouTube sports gaming community, right? We all have come together in this wacko hobby that our wives and girlfriends do not understand. we know what MV, where is he? He's here somewhere. But think about this. Look at the collaborations that are happening in our community, and even people who aren't content creators. We talk so much about Todd B having the original idea for the Shanks League, right? Which was born out of the McGreevy League. But Big Clue deserves huge credit, because had he not gotten Steve into those major league equivalencies for the Negro Leagues, we wouldn't have had the most robust Negro League file ever done for any digital baseball game out there. You've got Christopher Slovic and Legends working together on something. You've got Steve Tate and Legends working together. We've got now content creators now starting to work in each other's broadcasts. I love it. We, as an educator, we are building a constructivist learning environment, and we're teaching, we're learning, we're mentoring. And I'll tell you what, the people that are playing, Bernie, the big games like Baldur's Gate and Diablo 4 and all those, they're not doing what we're doing. Will our channels grow? Will we be monetized? There's only 3 people I know of in our sports game community that are being monetized. You know, Al Red Sox fan, Jester, Dave Gardner, those guys, right? Probably Steve Tower. I don't know how many subscribers he has. But these collaborations that are coming together are producing amazing things. And I for one, love it. No, for Action PC Baseball Texags, it's brilliant. And I don't think Steve would have a problem with me getting that to you. It's not finished yet, but there's, I think, 300 players in it, and it's a work of art. I've never seen anything like it. It's brilliant. So let me know. I'll put it up in the Discord for you.
The runner goes. Fly ball to left field. Caught by Walker. That's 1 down. Next batter, Chick Gandil. He's 1 for 2 with a single. The runner goes. Grounded. And the throw to first. Got him. Now batting, Ray Shaw. He's nothing for 2 so far tonight. To third. It's a bouncer right through the infield. The throw to the plate. A single for Shaw, driving in a pair of runs. The score is 2-0. Now batting the shortstop. He's nothing for 2 with a strikeout.
So Tex, basically, it's pretty simple. If you look on Steve's channel, you want to dig through my dross here. We actually show you how to put those in where all the everything goes in the proper place in Action PC. But super simple. Show you how to do it, man. We'll show you how to do it on maybe later today when I do Shanks. We'll first do something on how you can, you know, install these kind of custom leagues and everything. It is super easy. Big Clue stating here, he says both Steve and I and others, yep, have been inspired on our own projects by Legends random selection process from all franchise rosters. Yeah, I mean, yeah, iron sharpening iron. I really like that. Yes, constructivists, bring on the schemas. Damn Skippy. Yeah, I mean, what, Legends and Steve and everybody else that they're doing, and I mean, fun projects. And God, if this cohesiveness keeps growing in the community, and people coming up with crazy ideas. I mean, look at Shanks, right? Todd B comes up with this brilliant idea that nobody ever thought of. Then Big Clue puts another twist on it, and again, I know that Legends and Steve and Christopher, they're working on some F-ball, and there's some basketball stuff out there, and so everybody is benefiting, and everybody's input is fantastic. It's fantastic, and I know it's a labor of love for these guys, and that's why I don't take for granted anything that they do. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And we got to give some love to MV, educating us about the new cricket, the 2020 cricket, or 20 cricket, whatever it's called. I spent last Friday, watching MV play cricket. I mean, I knew old Test cricket, but this new cricket is really cool, man. Not to the point where I'm going to buy a cricket game, but intensely interested. So, loving what everybody's doing, man. It's great. I feel like an idiot around some of you guys. Jeez. But that's all right. I'm learning.
A high chopper to second. He dives in safely.
There, MV's back. MV is back.
Now coming up, Reb Russell. He's had a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a single and with a double.
Hey, Nathaniel.
A liner to first. He takes it to the bag himself. That retires the side. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We played 5 1/2. The score is 2-0. And now starting off the inning is Jack Barry. He's 0-for-1 with a walk.
Oh, I love it, MV. I want to learn more. I wish you would do. Let me stop this minute. MV, how hard would it be to convince you to maybe do a video, maybe a kind of live chat the way Robert does, or the way the content creators have done, talking about the ins and outs in the games, doing things like that, but maybe doing, because Dwayne was asking you, I knew the answers, but remember you had me silenced in your channel, you wanker, tosser. Dwayne was asking, what's a wicket, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like typing in the chat, and I'm like, oh, shit, he's not going to see this. MV, could you do, I know you've done one maybe, some time ago, but maybe do a video explaining like the scoring in cricket, how it works. I mean, because especially for baseball fans, we're looking at it, and there's a degree of familiarity with cricket, but there's also this kind of what the hell's going on. Because you're talking about runs and innings and things like that, and so there's some of the same terminology, right? The lexicon is similar. But what do you think, MV? Would you do one? I would certainly be there. So Bernie, which program are you talking about? This one that you've just downloaded? I'm curious which program you're talking about. All right. Welcome to Old Time Baseball, Bernie. Remember to do tweaking. You got to tweak this game, or it's not going to play the way you want it to.
Here comes the pitch. A liner to left field. Caught by the shortstop. That's 1 down. Next batter, Harry Hooper. He's 0-for-2 tonight.
Oh, I know I will, MV. I spent last Friday watching you play cricket. It was awesome.
There's a high pop-up. Caught back. That's 2 away. Now coming up, Duffy Lewis. He's nothing for 2 so far tonight.
You almost had me convinced to buy a cricket game. That's how close.
A line drive to first, and he makes the catch. That's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Beginning of the 7th, Chicago leads Boston by 2 runs.
And remember, I'm not a sports fan,
Leading
so
off, Eddie Collins.
that's
He's
pretty
2 for 3
significant
with
that
2
I'm going to
singles
maybe
and
invest in a
stolen
cricket
base.
game. I want the one you were playing. That one looks really cool.
He comes to the plate. A line drive to left field. Caught by Lewis. 1 out now. Now that brings up Nemo Lebo. He's nothing for 1 with a walk. A liner to first. He takes it to the bag himself. That's 2 away. Coming up to bat, Happy Felch. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and with a single. He comes to the plate.
Yeah, really, MV, really. I'm serious.
Next batter, Joe Jackson. He's 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and with a single. A high chopper to third. Got him, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Heading now into the bottom of the 7th inning, the score is 2-0. Leading off, the center fielder. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
So, I mean, I used to watch cricket in Europe and here, and so, yeah, MV, it is something that resonates with me. So, I just don't understand the scoring as well as I should.
Here comes
I'd
the
love to
pitch.
see a tutorial. It'd be awesome for anybody interested.
Fly ball to left field. Caught by Jackson. The 1st out of the inning. Coming up to bat, the shortstop. He's nothing for 2 with a strikeout.
I'll show you after the game. Well, actually, can I show you? I don't think I can here.
Here
I'll show you
comes the
quickly
pitch.
after the game, Bernie. There's
Fly
one
ball
setting
to
you
left
have
field.
to tweak all the time.
And he makes the catch. Out number 2. Now batting, Larry Gardner. He's nothing for 2 with a strikeout.
You're welcome.
He reels it in. That retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Top of the 8th, Chicago 2, Boston 0.
Yeah, I watched that Australia-West
Leading off,
Indies
Buck Weaver.
match
He's nothing for
that
3
day.
tonight.
That was good, MV. And you had Mumbai and Kolkata, and then you said, oh, I'll do Ireland and Netherlands for Beatles Eternally, and then you silenced me in your channel after your stream crashed. Haha, thanks, bud.
He comes to the plate.
Bloody Welshman. They're
Grounded
Irish
to
wannabes.
third.
They're
Through
Irish
the hole
wannabes.
on the left side. A single for Weaver. That brings up Chick Gandil. He's 1 for 3 with a single. The runner goes. A high chopper, but right back to the pitcher. And he's out at second. And the throw to first. It's a double play. And now 2 outs. That brings up Ray Shaw. He's 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in and with a single.
Yeah, I do, Bernie. We'll after this next pitch.
There's a hot smash to the shortstop. It's a bouncer right through the infield. A single for Shaw. Up next, the shortstop. He's 1 for 3 with a
All right, Swede Ritzberg, 1 for 3 as a single. So, yes, actually, Bernie, I'm going to be doing a broadcast. Maybe this evening earlier before I do my pitch-by-pitch game tonight, and I might be going at the same time Robert does. We'll see. I'm going to be showing you some of the games that I did get from that site, So you guys will see Earl Weaver Baseball, Earl Weaver Baseball 2, 3 different versions of Micro League Baseball, Tony La Russa 3, Tony La Russa 96. And we're going to way back and look at one of the pioneering digital baseball sims, Radio Baseball. Also, maybe I'll have you guys help me try to figure out Pro League Baseball. So that one I've downloaded as well. So yeah, definitely I'll be able to show you some of the stuff that I've gotten from that site over the years. And in another night, we're going to revisit some fun arcade type things. We'll be visiting like Hardball, World Series Baseball, things like that. But there's a lot on there I actually get. The only problem is Earl Weaver Baseball 2 looks like fun, but on a modern machine, oh my God, it runs so fast. And I'm trying to figure out how to slow it down. But yeah, definitely. If you got the month membership, you're good to go. $12, man. There's a lot of great games on there. And not just baseball.
There's a high pop-up to first. Caught by Barry. That ends the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 7.5 innings of play, the score is 2-0. Pinch hitting for
the Big Clues versus the Beatles Eternally. All right, just make sure you make Big Clue anything but not Irish, even though he's got some Irish in him.
Here comes the pitch. There's a high pop-up to the shortstop. And he makes the catch. That's 1 down. Next batter, the catcher. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
So political statement here, not American political statement, but I have issue with YouTube because I've noticed that when you address somebody, right, using the @ it's orange. I want to be able to change that to green. I am offended as a good Irish Republican having orange on my channel. So I'm writing to YouTube like they give a damn, but I'm going to try. Come on, let me make that green and get rid of the stupid emoji thing on the right-hand side. I can't read what people are writing.
For ball 4. Pinch hitting for a speed burner.
So, Bernie, you could do 1950 in this. It'd be fun.
The runner goes. The throw to second base. Got him!
Thank you, Big Clue. It should be green. Absolutely.
A liner to first. He takes it to the bag himself. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Heading to the 9th. Chicago leads Boston by 2.
I wish to pay no homage to
Leading
Ian
off the
Paisley.
inning, Red Russell. He's 2 for 3 with a single and with a double.
Weldon Wyckoff. There's a name. How about that? Reb Russell looks like he's going to be MVP of this game.
A liner to second. Got him. Next
yeah, 90.
Collins. He's had a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles and with a stolen base.
And I'll tell you why you got to love Bob Barker for 2 reasons after this.
For ball 4. Next batter, Nemo Lebo. He's nothing for 2 with a walk.
So, Bob Barker, of course, an early sort of mass media advocate for animals, which I always love that. Believe me, guys, you work in an animal shelter and you want people to spay and neuter. But the other thing, man, and you know what? This channel's not rated for kids. Bob Barker taps some hot models on his show, so go Bob. So, memory eternal, Bob Barker, 99 years old. Way to go, Bob. Dick Van Dyke's still going strong. Good for him. 95, I think. Willie Nelson's on tour. He's in his 90s. Love it. Keep going, guys. You want people in the office spayed and neutered, right? Yep.
Grounder through the hole on the left side.
Hey, Richard.
A single for Lebo. Now batting
Half a
Patrick
century
Crouch.
ago.
He's 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and with a single.
Welcome in, Richard.
Grounded. The throw to second base, and he's out at second. And the throw to first. Next batter, Joe Jackson. He's 1 for 4 with 1 run scored and with a single. He delivers.
Oh, I'm sorry, quarter century. Jeez.
There's a high
Yeah.
pop-up. Caught by Gaynor. That ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base.
Hey,
Going to the home
SDG
half of the
replays.
ninth.
I'll put the link in the
score is
chat
2-0.
after this game's over because I have to show
And
Bernie
now
how to do a
starting
few
off the inning
things.
is Jack Barry.
with
He's
this
nothing
game.
for 2 with a walk.
Or I'll put it in the description. I'll get the link in there for you. Somewhere, somehow.
Here comes the pitch.
Unless somebody's on the site wouldn't mind putting it in there, that'd be great.
A liner to second, and the throw to first. Got him. 1 down. That brings up Harry Hooper.
You're
He's
welcome,
nothing for 3
SDG
so far
Replays,
tonight.
and welcome back to the channel and to our family community of crazies here.
Grounded to third, and the throw to first. Got him. That's 2 away. Now batting Duffy Lewis. He's nothing for 3 so far tonight. There's a hot smash to center field. That's a base hit. Lewis. That brings up the center fielder. He's 1 for 3 with a single.
Here's Tilly Walker, did well in Legends League. See what he does here for Boston. 2 down in the 9th.
A high chop.
And that's
to
the ball
second,
game.
Fielded by Russell. Got him. That ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 9 complete, the score is 2-0. And the ball game is over. Chicago wins. And that's the ball game. This is Mel Allen saying so long, everybody. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you, Melvin Israel. All right. So Chicago takes this series from Boston, 2 out of 3. And let's see who Chicago plays next. So this is sort of a season replay. Mostly Chicago White Sox will be doing New York Giants every once in a while since they met in the World Series. So we're going to go ahead and jump out of this. Boom. Little box score there, what have you, but we're not going to worry about that. All right. So, all right, Bernie, so when you start playing this game, you have to, you got to tweak. You have to tweak. So once you have your season in there, you want to go to Manager, and you go to Manager Profile, and you have to do this for each team. Okay, so out of the box, everything is set dead in the middle here, and you're going to have to be a little patient with your mouse because, again, on a modern system, here's what happens. This used to scroll slowly, but boom. So you got to really watch what you're doing. But once you get used to it, it's easier. So actually, I need to crank up Steal Second and a little bit more because I'm doing this for Dead Ball. All right. But this one here, push it and play it safe. No matter what year you're playing in or you're doing a what-if league, but you want to normalize it. If you don't do push it all the way to 100%, you will get the infamous off-the-wall singles. Now, there still are. That is still a thing that you'll see in baseball, obviously. But you'll get guys like Ty Cobb hitting one, and it's bouncing off the wall, and Cobb will start to second and return to first. So that's a little weird thing in the game that you always, even if you're playing in a power era, if you don't do this, you're basically in this game going to get singles and home runs. But if you do this, and you're going to doubles, triples, what have you. But there's a lot you can adjust in this game. And this is for each manager, so pitch out, throw strikes. Since this is Dead Ball, I did crank up Steal Second, Steal Third. I also wanted to do sacrifices, and this should be a little bit higher, actually, even than 80%. Because, again, the number, if there was somebody on, usually the number 2 hitter in the Dead Ball era was called the Sacrificer. But I haven't messed around a lot with pitch around, challenge, things like that. So, but you do want to get in season to taste. This is dead ball, so dead ball favored speed over power. So for you, Bernie, if you're playing 1950, you might want to move this so that you see more red. And remember, these arrows can be a little tricky. Speed is this way, power's this way, defense, hitters. But if you don't tweak this, you're not going to have a happy time with this. So after you change the manager profile, then you go to manager, and then you go select new team, and let's say, so this was Chicago. Doesn't matter. I'll just select Detroit and just keep changing them. There's no global setting for all the managers, unfortunately, for this. Okay. Now, see, here's something I messed up for Detroit. So, in the dead ball era, you leave them in. Pitchers. Oops. Did I just do the wrong one? I think I just did. Oh, no, I want them to steal third. So you got to tweak this thing. Got to tweak it. There we go. Leave them in all the way over. Also, endurance. So that's got to be cranked up. I forgot to fix up Detroit all the way. Now that will save for Detroit. You don't have to like save anything. You know, it will just do it. All right. The other things that you can do with this thing, you can do drafts. You know, you can create your own baseball universe, is what they call it here. So universe name, copy, league, team set up from. This is a really, really, really deep game. I'm glad you got it. So, has some nice stadium histories too, by the way. So you go to these. So these are the 16 parks that come with it. So you get a little bit of expansion stuff. So the LA Coliseum is in here. Milwaukee County Stadium's here. There's Sportsman's Briggs. So all the usual suspects to play old-time baseball are in here. So we could just look at Griffith. And you can view the stadium. But again, this doesn't work well now on these faster systems. It used to be that you could sort of pan around and get a nice look at the ballpark. But this will just get you seasick. But you do get a nice little write-up about each ballpark, which is really, really nice. Get a couple close-up photos. So there's Griffith on opening day. And it says, note the cutout for a residential lot in dead center. The owner declined to sell to the ballpark. So apparently there was another business here. And this guy was like, no, I'm not going to sell it. So you have this weird little angle here at Griffith. And I never knew that until I looked at this now. So, do good stuff. Don't know what author is. Oh, there we go. So Michael Gershman, well known if you're a baseball book reader, and there it is, his great Diamonds, The Evolution of the Ballpark, by Michael Gershman, who's, of course, been a contributor to some other hernia-inducing baseball tomes. Thank you, Richard. All right. It is not free. Well, it's free text. Let me go ahead and jump out of this, and we'll go to the site. And Richard, thank you for this Diamonds is a good book, really good book. Let's jump out of the system, and yes, you're going to see 1,013 icons. Let's bring this up here and do this and do this and bring this over. So just give me 1 second here. There we go. Wolf tattoo I'm working on right now. All right, so let's go to old games. It's not free, but it's pretty cheap. There's a total of 11,747 games on this site, broken up into categories. You see there's 1,004 sports games. And I know many of you, all of you, I think except me, are sports fans. Well, Big Clue, I think, is the other baseball-only fan. So for 1 day, it's $7.95. Download all you want. For a month, it's $11.95. If you try to go free, the download times are excruciatingly slow. So I would suggest spend the $11.95. You find some amazing things here. So when you see a game on here, guys, and it says download easy setup, that means that this old DOS game is automatically configured for DOSBox. You don't have to mess around with it at all. It will just run the executable, and on my desktop I have a little thing that says start the game, and it kicks right into Old Time Baseball. But here's Tony La Russa Baseball 3, which you guys are going to see some point. There's MVP Baseball 2005. For you F-ball fans, I don't know if these are any good or not, but there's NFL Pro League. There's I didn't know Micro League did an F-ball game, but there you go. There's one. I guess for you guys, we'll look at it. So, and I'm going to have to crank this up. So it's kind of what it looked like. And actually kind of doesn't look terribly primitive compared to what's that one that Dave Gardner's been playing a lot. I don't know what you guys call it because I don't buy these games, but not a bad looking game, really. Not a bad looking game. I don't know what it's called. Here, we'll show you one here. What do you guys call this? The End Zone. So there you go. Not bad looking. What is the name of that? Yep. Okay. So big clue. All right. So he's like me. He's a baseball fan. So okay. So Legends is telling us that that this was a solid game, and this is the deluxe version. So, because I love you guys so much, let's see what this thing has to offer, this version. So here we go. And I'm not going to say F-ball through all this one. I'm going to read it. All right. So Micro League Football, the Coaches Challenge, is an early American football video game DOS and part of the Micro League Sports series. Create teams and leagues and play an entire season, or select from predetermined real-life teams and players from years past. Gameplay is more strategic than most action sports games. You don't control the players directly. So in other words, you're choosing plays just like, what is the name of that game that Dave Gardner and Al Red Sox play? Because Al Red Sox fan and Christopher Slova contributed their voices to, I don't know the name of the damn thing. So the deluxe edition features an enhanced version of the engine from the original game. Pardon me. New features include more detailed player stats, ratings, the ability to assign macros using particular keystrokes, more plays to choose from, and better artificial intelligence. So looks like this is like one of those things that you guys might enjoy. There it looks like you can set up plays and things like that. And again, right here it says download easy setup. Get it, and of course get the manual, and you're good to go. But always check the bottom of the page because you're going to see all kinds of other things here. So Micro League Baseball 4, for instance, pretty nice game. There it is. If you're a Micro League fan, you recognize this. One that MV talks about a lot that I haven't downloaded yet is Front Page Sports 98. So there it is. And not a bad looking game for its time. Not too many people sitting here at Yankee Stadium. How about it? So this is oldgames.com, and thanks to the kindness of Richard Davis, putting the link in the chat, guys. It's really worth it. And then there's lots of other games too. Lots of other stuff. There's just billions of games here. It's crazy. Yeah. If you didn't play Micro League Baseball, think of it in terms of Earl Weaver Baseball. Yep. And Earl Weaver's on here. So so I saw Earl Weaver Baseball too, and I downloaded it, which, again, this thing's really, really tricky because you have to kind of, and again, there's the easy setup, and Tony La Russa 96, I'll show you guys, actually, weirdly, very, very smooth, fast game. Not like Old Time Baseball or 93, but I wanted to show you Earl Weaver Baseball 2. Okay, so, I mean, pretty decent graphics, but this game runs so fast. I mean, it's just so quick. And I'm not sure how to slow it down. It's just blindingly fast, but I'll show it to you guys. And then I also downloaded the first one and what have you. So Lots of games on here, no matter what your taste. And there's some surprising games on here. I'm like, how are you guys getting away with putting this one up here? But there it is. There's TV, sports, baseball. If we go up here really quickly, and then we're going to end this. We go to baseball, click search. This is not every baseball game on here, but there's a lot. So like this baseball greatest hits, I have no idea what this game is. I don't even know if this is going to run. Yeah, it will run on a modern system. So it says grab some Cracker Jacks and check out baseball's greatest hits. The next big thing, the next best thing to being there, watch historic video clips like Hank Aaron's 715th home run. Listen in a 75 Hall of Famers including Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, and Jackie Robinson talk baseball. Hear Mel Allen's mellifluous. I love this guy. If you can use a term like mellifluous, you're good in my book. Mellifluous. Introductions to each event and enjoy the comments of the natures. I should download this thing, man, and we should look at it some night. Right? This looks really cool. This is awesome. Look at this. Voices of the Hall, player index, team histories. Damn. I don't know why I didn't see this. I'm downloading this puppy right now while we're talking. So when you download this, you'll get either a code, right? Already paid. So email address, code, whatever. So boom, boom, send, and there we go. It's that easy. And then I just want to put it where I put these other old. We're going to look at this, man. We're looking at it. So you can't leave yet. Well, you can leave if you want, but this looks interesting. So put it in my baseball games folder. This is the stuff that I've downloaded from the site just for baseball. So let's save this. And it's done, man. Scanning, scanning, scanning. I wonder if that's on here. Micro League Baseball was, and if you think about it, so its original release actually wasn't on PC, it was on the Commodore 64. So if I brought up a Commodore 64 emulator and it had Microsoft Basic version 1.0 on it, and so what was left was 38K, so 38 kilobytes of memory, not 38 megs. And they were able to squeeze some amazing stuff into Micro League Baseball. Endorsed by Sparky Anderson. But yeah. So Texag says, what is the latest season in old-time baseball? 1981. How long does the download take? Approximately, if you buy it, if you do this plan, I'll re-download it and show you. Now, again, it also depends on your internet speed, but I'll just re-download it again. So let's time it. All right, why not? As soon as I find the damn thing. There it is. All right. So old time baseball, download. There are additional universes, Tex, that add that take you up to 1991. To use these additional universes, you have to use a CD-ROM mounting. And there's some free ones out there, utilities, sort of like Magic ISO, Daemon Tools. And then, but you have to make sure to pop it in the same directory, and then the game will recognize it. I didn't bother doing that. I'm happy with just 110 seasons here, being able to do drafts, what ifs, everything like that. But let's do the easy setup, all right? And let's watch. All right, and it shouldn't yell at me good. All right, so we'll talk here for a minute. So this thing is 375 megabytes, and it's almost done. We should see if Micro League Wrestling 2 is on here, actually. And almost finished. Just looking at the indicator down there at the bottom of the screen. And it's done. That's it. That is it. So text to answer your questions, 1871 to 1981. And it's downloaded, and all I'd have to do is install it. Okay, then this game is perfect for you. It's perfect for you. Just remember to do that tweaking. Let's do wrestling here and see what comes up. And see if it's in here. I don't know if it is. Let's see, we have tag team wrestling, takedown, body slam. There it is, Micro League Wrestling 2. There it is. Let's see. So this one, you are going to have to mess with DOSBox. Because you can see here it's just download. So, but good news for you guys. If you don't feel like manually messing with DOSBox, there is a front end called Defend. It's a Windows front end. So, and it works pretty well. But yeah, it's in here. It is definitely in here. Anyhow, back to baseball. Back to baseball. Oh, so are you talking the Bill James Fan Park Encyclopedia, Richard? Is that what you're talking about? Because I have an answer for you. If you'd like to know. But anyhow, that's how quick that download was. What was that? Maybe a minute and a half. Yeah, so to find that, for archival purposes, of course, right? So there you go, YouTube. I'm going to show you a really cool site. If you play baseball for Windows, this site you've got to be on. All right? You have to be on this site. This is it. And yes, it's very 90s looking. It is not a nice looking website at all. But this thing has everything. And when you poke around in this site, you will find the Fan Park Encyclopedia. You can run it. You got Baseball for Windows. Run it in a virtual machine. And you're off to the races. Create anything you want. So it is on here. But in the interest of YouTube, I would just say it's on here. We'll put it that way. This site it is a membership. It's $20 for a year, but it has got literally, Richard, if you play Baseball for Windows, literally thousands of managers on here for the game. It's got a lot of ballparks. It's got some nice homebrews on it. It's got some good Negro League stuff, Japanese baseball, just a lot of stuff here. If we just go to like online managers, again, I haven't set up I'm not going to access this right now, obviously, but there's lots of stuff. Look, there's the A+ lineup generator. So if you're a long time Baseball for Windows person, you will of course remember this. Mako Joe, which is still up there, and other stuff. You're gonna have to sort of poke around in this site, but it's worth it. It is worth it. There's the Norwood Career Database. This was huge for Baseball for Windows, and I think that some other older things used this at the time. So I don't know if my members entrance. Let me see. Is this thing? Let me see if we got it. Oh, yeah, there, I'm in. Okay, cool. This is the main site. Yeah, exactly, Big Clue. It is 90, so like the Appa site, but more navigable, absolutely. So everything is in a suite. So here are ballparks, Negro Leagues. Now, some of these things aren't, you have to like, this is bad design. So you think, oh, I can just click here. Nope, got to click here. Hall of Fame managers. So if you play Baseball for Windows, go here. You got Casey Stengel, John McGraw, Earl Weaver, Joe McCarthy, Sparky Anderson, Whitey Herzog, Bucky Harris, Connie Mack. Of course, you know to download the AIM versions of these guys, right? Look at this. You've got all the fan manager stuff. You've got replay managers. And Appa, really cool. Again, cooler than Strat PC for this. Let me just check the time here. I'm sorry, I have a reason why I've got to. Okay, so we're good so far. Because I have to go really soon. These old the fan managers and stuff like that. Appa has included a way to do these old fan managers. You go to manager cards. This is where there's just an insane amount of managers. So you definitely want to check this out. Here's all the fan managers for this disc, or for this game. Managers for the Negro Leagues right here. So if you got a Negro League disc, and there's again nice little selection of Negro League stuff here for you. Ballparks for Action PC, and there's more. So there you go. Nice little. So this, along with the AppaZip site, is really good for ballparks. You don't want to try to do your own ballparks in baseball for Windows. It's horrific. Go back to Sweets Home, and there down here, I'm just gonna watch my screen, and I'm just gonna leave my mouse pointer right there to answer your question. Hey, Sire, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's a great site. I wish you would let me redesign it. It's really confusing. I could make this really super nice and easy to navigate. But so there you go. There's your answer. It's right there, Mr. James. Okay. You do have to use this, though. You have to run a virtual machine. This will not run on a modern machine because it has a 16-bit installer. So, hanging in, man. Hanging in. Doing what I can. So yeah, this is a site run by Stephen Gilbraith, and he's very, very responsive. The only thing is if you need to contact him, don't contact him through the website. He never sees it. You got to you have to email him directly, but it's really, really good. All right. Buck Miller Archives. These were huge. These are on here as well. You're just going to have to play around on this site to see. Hey, look, there's some up to date. And I told you, like, there's so many. Look at all these managers. This is insane. It's just insane. And there's way more even than this. So if you play Appa Baseball for Windows, this is your home. This is your home. Look at this. You've got draft managers, Hall of Fame managers, other managers, replay managers in these folders, man. It's crazy. Just absolutely crazy. So there's a couple that we didn't see in the main page. There's Al Lopez. Aaron Reed was asking about Bobby Cox. There he is. Bucky Harris. So Stephen Gilbraith has done an excellent job here. But again, hopefully Richard right here answers your question about Mr. James. All right, that does it. You guys, if you jump into old time baseball, just remember, tweak it, or it's not going to be. And don't expect, diamond mind accuracy from the game, but it's pretty good and it's a lot of fun. It's the perfect thing. I don't know necessarily to play season replays, even though I'm doing 1917, but have some fun with the what if, and maybe compare it to some of your other programs, bearing in mind also there are no switch hitters in the old time baseball game. For some reason, every switch hitter is just classified a right-hand hitter. Don't know why that is, but flawed gem. And that is it, guys. See you later today, hopefully, for a Shanks game. And then tonight for another one. Community picks the two teams. And we will do a one-off game. So last night was the Brewers-Red Sox, 1982 Brewers, 1978 Red Sox. That game went 14 innings, and did a pitch by pitch. The mouse doesn't work in the greatest hits game, doesn't it? Well, that sucks. Let's fire it up here really quickly. We're going to sue somebody. I don't know who we're going to sue, but we'll sue somebody. Let me see. This might be one of those cursor-driven things. Yes, just run anyway. I've never had trouble with this site ever. Alright, let's see. Holy shit, this is a big one. You're welcome, Nathaniel. Alright, guys, patience for a moment. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to check something over here. Alright. Alright, let's see what we can see. Start the game. Okay. My mouse is working. Yay, it's working, Bernie.
Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen.
Oh.
Welcome to baseball's greatest hits from Voyager.
Nice. All right. Bernie, it's working for me. Unless you're saying the clicking isn't working. Let's see. Voices of the Hall. Well, damn. Let's do Lou Gehrig here. All right. Now, I don't know how to run this program, so I have no idea what the hell's going on. I really don't know what's going on here. Why aren't I seeing Guy? Oh, maybe, I don't know. I'm supposed to talk. Oh, audio.
I relieved Red Lucas. He had already hit one off
Here
of
we
Red
go.
Lucas. And then along about the 4th or 5th inning, he came up, and I got a ball inside to him, and he hit the ball on the handle. And Forbes Field was a short field, and he pulled the ball right down about 6 or 8 feet fair in the stands, which was just a soft hit home run, what we called it, you know. It wasn't even hit good. But that kind of made me mad to think that Ruth was...
This is cool. Oh, my God.
So he was coming up in the 8th or 9th inning, and I said, coming out of the dugout, I was kind of half mad. And coming out to the pitcher's mound, I said, well, I'm going to make a fool out of this, Jack. And so there's a big crowd out there, and they cheered him like the devil when he hit that blooper home run. So I said, I'm going to just throw 3 fastballs by him and strike him out and see what this crowd will do. Well, my intentions was all right for the first pitch. It was a strike. So on the second pitch, I come to a fastball between his knees and his waist, and I got a hit about 1 inch or 2 inches of the outside of the home plate, whereby he got the fat part of his bat on that ball. And I'm telling you, he hit the ball over the triple deck in Pittsburgh and right center field, and that was a long, long way. In fact, it was the longest ball that ever was hit off me in baseball. So as he rounded third base, poor fella, he couldn't hardly run anymore. He hobbled along, and I don't think I got mad anymore then. I just, as he passed by third base, I just tipped my cap, and I said to him, I said, well, babe, I've seen everything in baseball now. So he looked at me and just kind of grinned and smiled. And I always admired Babe Ruth because I felt sure that, and I do right today, that Babe Ruth was the only actually superstar that we ever had in baseball. We got a lot of stars in there, such as Aaron and Mandel and Stan Musial, Willie Mays, and all those fellas. Those are great stars. But I mean a man above them all that I think was the greatest superstar that ever was, and I don't think there's ever been but one, and that was Babe Ruth.
Oh, man, is this gold or what? I wonder if this is from the Lawrence Ritter book. Yeah, I don't know. No, okay, I thought this was, okay, so this is Guy Bush, who's the Mississippi Mudcat. Wow, man, this is so cool. This is so bloody cool, man. Let's go to baseball contents, I guess. Trying to figure out how to, there we go. Great moments. Ruth calls a shot. Oh, look at this. This is split up into the decades. This is brilliant, man. Love it. Love it. All right, let's do one for you Red Sox fans. Now, what is... So there's video?
And now the end of a magnificent career. Ted is honored at Fenway Park. A standing ovation.
This is brilliant. Why don't they make things like this anymore?
And here is Ted's last at-bat.
So how about it? Babe Ruth and Ted Williams going out with home runs. Gotta love it. And Bernie saw that year. That's 1960, man. That's great.
In the dressing room, a farewell and heartfelt thanks from manager Pinky Higgins. 9 years later, Ted came back as manager of the Washington Senators.
Oh, man. You know, I'd love to do a broadcast on this, but that would be like major spoiler for you guys. So I'm not going to do that. Just get it. So there's a photo gallery in here. So Pags greeting the Splendid Splinter. Dude, how cool is this, man? How cool is this? Wow. So, geez, there's even a timeline in here. How about this? So, not going to be anything, but still. Something to kind of get lost in for a little bit, right? And then it just moves up the bat. It goes up to what? 1993. So there you go, the baseball timeline, gents. Got a player index in here, and I don't know how many players are here. Guess you got stats for everybody. Wow, why did I never see this? I wonder if this is a new edition. There's George Brett. So there's an event for George Brett. Oh, this is the Pine Tar game. Holy moly. Let's see if we can do the audio on this.
The best fastball pitcher in baseball and just about the best fastball hitter in baseball, George Brett. What a confrontation. The set. The pitch is swinging a drive to deep left field. And curving foul. Holy cow. Long strike. Set by Gossage. The pitch deep to right field. Holy cow, I don't believe it. Home run for George Brett. I don't believe it. That lightning could strike twice. And Billy Martin now is coming out.
Here it comes.
Take a look at that bat.
Oh, I wish there was a video for this on here. I know it's on YouTube.
Unbelievable. Hey, they might have a point here. Thurman Munson was called out after getting a base hit because there is pine tar above. You can see the bat. Oh, no, you can't. You're not on TV. Above the trademark. And Billy Martin might have a valid point here. That's the only way the Yankees can get out of this scrape. Billy pointing to the bat. Now, Thurman Munson had gotten a base hit out in Minnesota, and the manager of the Twins at that time asked the umpire to look at the bat, and they called Thurman Munson out. And Martin has a very valid argument here. And if he wins this, there will be chaos. Look at George Brett. He was getting congratulated, but there's a big huddle out there.
That feedback's on the broadcast, guys, not on this channel.
Calibrating machine out here to calibrate this thing and see just how high the pine tar is. And there is a definite rule in the rule book that you cannot have it above a certain distance. Oh, what a huddle out.
Let you guys hear the rest of that. So we get Mel Allen here. What's
If
the
you
deal?
ever want to make George Brett angry, and we're talking really angry, Just tell him his game-winning home run has just been nullified on a technicality, and then run for cover. The Royals are playing the Yankees on a Sunday afternoon. Heading into the ninth, the Yankees have a 4-3 lead. When Brett homers with a man aboard to give KC an apparent victory, the afternoon suddenly gets sticky, literally. Phil Rizzuto is there.
So, guys, you know what? You have to download this. You have to get this. Thomas Boswell. There's a nice article in here. Thomas Boswell. Good stuff here. So it was a piece that he wrote in July of 1983. This thing's pretty easy to navigate too. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, what's this play ball? What the hell is that? I have no idea what is this? I have no idea, man. Oh, wait a minute. I guess I gotta go back. Shit. Hang on. What's the name of the home team? Would you say home team, I guess? I don't know.
Play ball!
Wait, there's like a little baseball game in this thing. I have no idea what it does, but I don't know. Oh, okay. So this is really cool. In 1953, Mickey Mantle nearly hit a fair ball out of Yankee Stadium off this pitcher. Oh, so it's a little trivia game in here. So where are the Yankees fans? I know that this was a big, big shot. I don't know who he hit it off of, though. I have no idea. But I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So, there you go. This is so much fun. All right, that does it, guys. Oh, look, there's more reading. Gotta always have more reading, right? There's quite a list of books here. Some things I've never heard of. So Cohen and Neft, really loved their books. World Series complete play-by-play of every game. Of course, you can get that now on Baseball Reference, but nice little selection of books here. Look at that, huh? Wow. All right. All right, Bernie says Ramos. All right, cool. So we could have clicked on that, and then I guess that's how you keep score. Anyhow, guys, thank you for coming in today. It was a lot of fun doing some old-time baseball. Glad to see a couple people are going to download that game, give it a go, do some tweaking. And we'll see you later. So I can't move the mouse to thank everybody. This sucks. What are you going to do? How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? I'm probably stuck in this program forever. Come on, how do I exit? How do I exit? It's going to be under credits. I don't know. I'll figure my way out of here. I know how to... Sorry about that, guys. Hang on. Hold on. There we go. I'm back. Oh, my God. Whew. I accidentally hit the Alt key. That's the hot key for streaming. Thank you to Bernie Strom, To the Enforcer, World's Worst Gamer, Detects Ags 75, Nathaniel Lentz, and you're welcome, buddy. Sire 0329, hope you stop by again. Richard Davis, Big Clue, Legend Sports Universe, SDG Replays. SDG, you come in a third time, you get a hammer or a wrench, whatever these damn things are. MV, looking forward to the cricket tutorial. And there we go. Had a nice little active chat here. I think we have, Josh Perea. Thank you, Josh. I'm sorry for mangling your last name. Michael Silva was also here. And MV gets the Robbie Wartburg bobblehead doll. He was first at the ballpark today. All right. See you guys around the batting cage. Take care. Bye.